This question was asked by many real estate investors I work with, especially those investing in short-term, medium-term rentals. There's a tool called AirDNA. Many people use AirDNA or Mashvisor. I don't use none of them, and I will tell you why none of them is really a good estimator. If you don't know, AirDNA is a tool to use to predict how much certain property will make on Airbnb or any other short-term rental website, OTM, that's what they called. But there are also alternatives like Mashvisor or Rabu. However, I think none of them are really good because of several reasons. It's like there's a YouTuber by the name Richard Fertig. He's one of the OGs of short-term rental business. He has a very good thoughts about it. It's pretty much, according to him, using AirDNA is like driving vehicle looking to the back mirror, which doesn't make sense because it shows you the bookings that happened in the past time, not the bookings that will happen in future. Also, generally, if you would go to the zip codes or cities, I tracked both websites and none of them shows precise data. There are a billion factors why they're not precise, but generally speaking, each property is individual. Of course, you can make general estimations, but again, you don't need none of those platforms. Again, most of the time those platforms would not give you even the correct data. What I do personally, I go to any of the websites, VRBO, Expedia, Airbnb, or Booking.com, or if you do want to do longer terms, you can go to the Furnish Finder or StudentHousing.com. Pretty much what you do, you would go and see how much certain property, you would put the dates you want to get, and how you will see how much certain property is required to be paid for a certain amount of time. Also, for the past bookings, just to make sure, because most of the times, especially Airbnb, is a last minute booking, and it's really hard to predict. You just will go and find the empty calendars. You will automatically think, okay, this guy has no bookings, the calendar is completely empty, doesn't make sense to do business here. However, since most of the bookings are last minute, it actually doesn't work like this. You have to go and check the reviews. If the listing is not new, it's been on the market for 3-4 months, it has to have reviews. And normally, say if it's not like a longer term, it's like a 3, 4, 5 days, you have to have at least 3, 4, 5 reviews each month. So if you see those 3, 4, 5 reviews each month from the, like say you're in the March and you want to check out the April, it has 5 reviews in April, that means the property was pretty much all booked. So what you do, you get the numbers, you look at the reviews, and there you will formulate some kind of estimation of how much that guy makes. Overall, no one except Airbnb has the data. Obviously, they would not share this data with none of those websites, and that's why I don't recommend to use none of those platforms. Another thing with AirDNA is that it not considers the direct bookings. Personally, my bookings, my properties that I use for Airbnb, which is like a small share of our portfolio, none of them are only on Airbnb. We have our own website where people go and book. So websites like AirDNA, they just cannot consider that bookings into their portfolio. Most of the time, the numbers you will see there are absolutely not precise. The best way is, in my personal opinion, is to speak to someone who was in this business. Feel free to reach out to me in the comments or in DMs. If you guys have this kind of questions, I will be glad to review, help at no cost. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and put a big like button. Have a good one. Bye.